Right now, vaccine appointment woes. We take a look at some of your questions and concerns about the COVID vaccine rollout.
Plus, why local health providers stress the importance of educating minority communities about the vaccine.
We're tracking your weekend forecast along with when we could see showers and thunderstorms as we move into next week.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Friday, March 5th. We made it. How you doing this morning, Leah?
I have got my second cup of coffee on the way. I am a little sleepy. It's been a long week, but it's been a gorgeous one as well, Chris. Can't really complain.
No, we really can't. We really can't. And even if you can believe it, more gorgeous weather on the way, and then who knows after that. Then it's really kind of a cluster. Chris Reese is going to track it and break it all down for you coming up here in a few moments, though.
But first, let's get to your top headlines on your Friday. We are hearing from many viewers, 65 and older, who are wondering why their COVID vaccine appointments have been rescheduled, sometimes multiple times.
Or why teachers are getting vaccinated while they're still waiting for their first dose. News 3 Now's Madison O'Neill answers those questions.
At our age, you know, it's a serious problem.
Entering the pandemic, we didn't know what we were getting into.
We've pretty much been homebodies.
It's more than a loss of travel for Dorothy Hodges.
I haven't had a dentist appointment. I don't get hair appointments, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Now, a year later, we know vaccine appointments are our way out.
Quick hope.
But then comes juggling, getting everyone in.
I was so elated when I got one in January.
Dorothy's second dose appointment 4 weeks later was canceled the day before.
And I guess I'm not alone.
For example, last week, UW Health had to reschedule about 4,000 first dose appointments.
We're discouraged right along with you that needed to take place.
UW Health's Dr. Matt Anderson explains they were booking patients 65 and older to meet a request by the state to get them vaccinated by March 1st when new groups became eligible.
Obviously, the supply didn't work out.
Now UW Health is adjusting, taking into account that they're only getting about a quarter of their request.
So we've now been able to recalibrate a bit.
Basing appointments on supply estimates is about what Unity Point Health Meritor and SSM Health have been doing as well, not having to do any major rescheduling.
If we learn that we will be getting more, we can, on a very short notice, open more appointments fairly quickly.
We all have to play sort of this wait and see game for appointments and for vaccine.
Unity Point Health Meritor's Emergency Preparedness Safety Manager says the state is now letting them know their vaccine allocation for 2 weeks instead of 1.
There you go.
Every little bit of information helps.
But scheduling is still a balancing act.
It is very challenging.
The vaccinators we spoke with get between about a quarter to a half of the doses they request.
Really, these are problems that we're all facing because the demand is really high and the supply isn't quite there yet.
Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin is getting ready for a projected increase in supply.
The signs are favorable that things will open up and that all the systems in town, including GHC, will be able to vaccinate a lot more people.
Hello.
The GHC site here has shifted from testing to vaccinating, another sign of progress.
All done.
Dorothy had her appointment for a second dose at a GHC site rescheduled. So what happened?
Trying to relax my arms.
Vaccinators explain the state sends enough second doses to match first doses already distributed, so no one should be left hanging.
You're welcome.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Chris Castman says that GHC hasn't had to reschedule, except for when a major winter storm in our country interrupted delivery.
But luckily, all those folks that were temporarily delayed, we were able to vaccinate as soon as possible.
That includes Dorothy, who was able to exit the clinic a week delayed this Wednesday with a second dose and a lighter heart.
Just relieved.
That was Madison O'Neill reporting. Vaccinators are encouraging you to fill out vaccine interest forms at your providers, but also be willing to get a vaccine wherever you can. DHS also has a vaccine registry website. And the State Department of Health Services is rolling out a new COVID-19 vaccination hotline. It's to help people learn more about the vaccines and to help with scheduling an appointment. The toll-free number is up on your screen right now. It's 844-684-1064. It'll be staffed by people at a call center who will be able to help people find vaccine locations get them registered, and answer your medical questions about the vaccine.
Statistics show more people of color are going to the hospital with or dying from COVID. That's why UW Health and Unity Point Meritor are specifically reaching out to these groups to make sure there is racial equity. They're educating minority communities about the vaccine and how and where to get them. They're specifically trying to reach the Black, Hispanic, Native American, and Hmong communities. That includes internet seminars, phone calls, and community conversations.
What we're finding is that there's some uncertainty in getting the vaccine, and many folks want to wait for their friends or family members who have gotten the vaccine to share their experiences.
People really look to the people that they know, the people that are within their social networks to understand whether they want to get the vaccine or not.
Medical providers say there are a lot of hurdles to overcome, including recognizing how years of systemic racism in healthcare has made these communities skeptical about getting vaccinated.
Madison teachers and staff will be able to get their COVID vaccine soon. Dane County health officials are prioritizing nearly 8,000 doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for MMSD staff as well as child care providers. Health officials had delayed vaccinating teachers because they didn't have enough doses. But that's now changed with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine on the way. Health officials say this shot is ideal for teachers because they don't need a second dose. Teachers in Sauk County will begin to receive their first doses of COVID vaccine next week as well. SSM Health setting up a vaccination clinic for teachers and staff for the Baraboo, Wisconsin Dells, and Lodi school districts at the clinic next week at Baraboo High School starting on March 8th. SSM says it's working with several other districts as well. And in Rock County, health officials there say they are not vaccinating teachers quite yet.
Because the state is sort of setting aside vaccine from the federal level for educators and childcare providers, at this time, we're awaiting those deliveries in order to begin vaccinating the educators and childcare providers. So at this time, most local providers and statewide providers are continuing to prioritize those that are 65 years and older and those frontline healthcare workers. As Nick's data mentioned,
some Madison students will return to the classroom Tuesday, and many teachers aren't happy with the plan. Teachers and staff at Mendota Elementary joined in a teach-out Thursday, holding virtual classes outside of the school. They say they want the district to use their union's plan for reopening schools instead of the current plan, saying it doesn't meet the safety needs of the community. Not only that, but some staff say they're struggling to be effective teachers because of the workload.
Even though we're returning to in-person, there are some teaching methods that may not provide full attention to kids and be the most effective way to teach. And we're reducing the amount of time that we will be instructing kids virtually.
The district is responding to the teach-out with a statement this morning, saying it was a productive way to keep kids learning while making their voices heard. The exact quote right here, you can read it up on your screen. We want to uplift the thoughtful approach of the teach-out to make staff voices heard in a way that doesn't disrupt education.
6:07 now. Security increased around the U.S. Capitol this week in response to intelligence that violent extremists may try another attack similar to the one on January 6th. Capitol Police want the Pentagon to keep up to 2,000 National Guard soldiers at the Capitol for up to 60 days. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she is now reviewing a draft proposal from a retired general who has been assessing security at the Capitol.
It's going to take more money to protect the Capitol in a way that enables people to come here, children to come and see our democracy in action.
Law enforcement officials are asking state and local authorities to report any suspicious activity related to domestic violent extremism as the threat to the Capitol and U.S. lawmakers extends beyond this week.
The first stretch of warmer weather always means long lines at car washes. The general manager over at Mr. Splash Car Wash in Madison says with sunny skies and temperatures above freezing, people are taking the opportunity to wash the salt off their cars. Experts say it's important to keep your car clean and get the salt and brine mixtures off. If not, it can lead to rusting over time. Now, my team knows I tend to have the messiest car out of everybody. I take a lot of flack for it. Mr. Reese, you were giving it to me last week. I'm proud to say it's clean this morning.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Chris Stanford. Your car clean?
I haven't had a car wash since we moved back to Wisconsin.
All right, it's about time.
It is.
It's time. And
long overdue.
Good weather to do it as well. We're going to see more sunshine as we go through today into the weekend. Temperatures are not going to be all that bad either, so wash those cars, folks. The weather changes as we move into early next week. Here's how we are planning our day. Look for more sunshine. Temperatures are going to be into the upper 30s and low 40s for those highs. We're cooler out there this morning than we were yesterday. We'll be a little bit warmer this afternoon because yesterday afternoon we never warmed up beyond 34 degrees here in Madison. Starting out in the teens for most of us. Some of us are into the 20s. 28 in Monroe, 27 in Mineral Point. Janesville is at 19. Madison is at 17. But it's beautiful outside. The air isn't moving all that much, so without all the wind chill is not much of a factor. Doppler track stays quiet for us throughout the state. There were a couple of lake effect snow showers throughout the Northwoods earlier. Otherwise, things are generally calm. You have one little disturbance moving by throughout parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. That's with an area of low pressure that is riding along a stationary front. Still, high pressure remains in control for us. As long as high pressure is in control, we keep the sunshine around, but things change as we start to move towards Tuesday night into Wednesday. Here we are. Widespread showers are starting to develop. Those showers become thunderstorms as we move throughout your Wednesday and into your Thursday. And then watch what happens as we move towards early Friday. We may get just cold enough that we start to mix in snowflakes with the showers there. That being said, use this weekend, use perhaps Monday and the first part of Tuesday next week with temperatures that are going to be incredibly warm to clear out the storm drains, folks, because as that rain comes in, as we start to move into next week, and then we get cold beyond that, and you start to develop more ice. It just gets messy. So clear out those storm drains while you have the opportunity to do so. All the melting snow next week with temperatures close to 60 on Tuesday, combined with the rain, that water's going to need a place to go. We get colder, though, as we move into next Saturday and Sunday with temperatures into the upper 30s. Traffic, here's how that's shaping up for us this morning. We do not see any big issues on the roadway. Still a little construction going on as they build that flex lane for us. But otherwise, this is what you hope to see on a Friday if you have to drive into work. It is all clear, all good. Let's keep it that way for today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Reese. 6:11 now. 30 Madison restaurants are getting a boost from Doordash. The food delivery service is awarding $5,000 grants to be used for rent, payroll, PPE, or expanded outdoor dining capacity. One of the winners is Teddy Wedgers, a pasty shop on State Street. They heard about the grant opportunity through a Dane Buy local announcement and plan to use the funds to pay the downtown area's special assessment tax.
Like everyone, it's been an interesting year. It's probably a year that we would prefer not to have to go through again. But we were lucky. The community really rallied around us, which was really awesome.
Now, Doordash is offering a total of $10 million in grants nationwide as part of its Main Street Strong pledge. Love Teddy Wedgers. If you haven't been there, go give them some of your support.
It's delicious.
It is.
6:12 coming up. A new streaming service promises a slew of new programming. Is it all worth the hype?
And later, are you more productive working from home? We're going to tell you what the studies show. It's coming up after the break.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cash back on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, including the world's best softener, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
Ready?
No.
No.
Yes, you are.
You ready? Yes, you are. Are you ready to go to sleep for real?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Guess what? You get 2 kisses. Very good. And one more for good luck.
Uh-oh.
Want to know how we make your glasses so fast? It's all done right here. With a lab in every store, our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish. You get them in as little as 30 minutes. No cut corners, just quality, affordable glasses. Only at iMart Express.
Life has changed over the past year, but what hasn't changed is Meineke continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. Make an appointment now and save $10 on all oil change packages. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
Sir Jenian's 91-year history means you pay $91 for installation no matter how many rooms you carpet. Get carpet and pad, your furniture moved, and your old carpet recycled. Our competitors can't match it. Ask about 18-month financing. Local, sustainable, Sir Jenian's.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
We are watching that forecast for you moving into the weekend. Look for more sunshine and temperatures staying at least steady for a couple of days. 40s your forecast high today. 40s that forecast high moving into your Saturday. By Sunday, folks, things are a little bit warmer. Look for temperatures into the upper 40s. This is why I say take advantage of the weekend. Clear out those storm drains while you have the opportunity to do so. Here we are. We're cooler out there this morning, though. Temperatures are into the teens. We're at 17 in Madison. 16 as you work your way towards places in the north, 19 as you work your way towards places in the south. In fact, Janesville at 19, 25 in Monroe, but the radar is overall quiet. That's the expectation as we go through today and throughout the weekend. Look for that temperature topping out right around 40. Chris?
Thanks, Chris. 16. Starting today, you can find your favorite live news, live sports, and a bunch of entertainment all in one place. Viacom CBS's rebranded streaming service, Paramount Plus, launched this morning. Chris Martinez has more from Los Angeles.
Let's fly. Viacom CBS has launched its newly rebranded and enhanced streaming service, Paramount Plus.
We've transformed CBS All Access into Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus will be one of the only streaming services to combine live sports, breaking news, and a mountain of entertainment. It's all your favorites, all in one place.
Paramount Plus brings together the massive libraries of Paramount, CBS, Nickelodeon, MTV, Comedy Central, BET, and Smithsonian Channel. Its catalog features more than 2,500 movie titles, 30,000 episodes, more than 1,000 live sporting events, and 24-hour live news coverage from CBS News and its more than 200 local affiliates across the country.
I don't know why you came all the way up here. There's nothing left.
For movie lovers, new releases like A Quiet Place Part 2 and Mission Impossible 7 will arrive on the streaming service a month and a half after appearing in theaters. Paramount Plus will also initially debut 36 original series.
Love means never having to say you're sorry.
Some of its biggest hits, like Love Story, Grease, Flashdance, and Yellowstone, will be reimagined into new series. Fan favorites Frasier, Rugrats, and MTV's The Real World New York are among those also being revived.
Our fans have been so loyal and so passionate.
Other highlights include Younger's final season moving to Paramount Plus.
I'm Jackson. He's going to help me solve the mysteries. He's my best friend.
Original documentaries and a new reality series debuting every month during 2021.
This is a big day. A new day, a new beginning.
CBS All Access accounts have already automatically switched to the Paramount Plus app. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The new commercial-free service costs $10 a month, $5 a month with ads. That'll become available in June. As we hit the one-year mark of working remotely, more Americans say they are more productive in their new routine. That's according to a new survey from graphic design firm Canva. People also said their relationships with their coworkers are stronger despite being physically apart. And about a third said that they want to work from home indefinitely.
6:19 now. Discount chain Dollar Tree is planning on opening hundreds of new stores in 2021. Company officials say they plan to open 400 Dollar Trees and 200 Family Dollars this year. While the pandemic has hit many retailers hard, less expensive alternatives, especially these dollar stores, are thriving. Dollar Tree says sales have risen nearly 5% in the last quarter of last year compared to the year before. Coming up, Chipotle is hoping you want to spice up your look. The new food-inspired collaboration with a major makeup brand.
And coming up at our next half hour, SSM plans to vaccinate about 1,200 Sun Prairie School District staff in just one day. How they plan to pull it off. Stay with us.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
For the pets you love, well, you gotta get down to Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, where your toddler goes to help so many pets in town. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. We raise money for farm animals in need. Shelter cats and police canines too. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
At US Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and LA, but the millions of people in cities like yours, like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters, like Economawalk, Claysville, Prineville, US Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. US Cellular.
Looking for the best brands, the best selection, all at the best prices? Then Denver Mattress has you covered. And during the 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Check out the Summit Firm for only $249.99. Or get a free $300 gift when you purchase a new Tempur-Pedic. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping right to your door. Shop the best of the best at the best prices. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick 'n Save. Fresh for everyone.
About 40% off lenses with purchase of a frame.
Wisconsin Vision. See more life. Cobison Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving. So you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
6:23, I want to thank Jolene Baumkamp for sharing a gorgeous picture with us.
Wow.
Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. Share your morning with us. We'd love to see it. It's a great picture. Jolene really outdid herself this morning. I love the eyes there on the water. So, yeah, go to your social media account. Post a picture. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning. We'll show our favorites on the air. Well, if you love Chipotle and makeup, then this story's for you. Chipotle and e.l.f. Cosmetics have teamed up to create some makeup. Here it is. The makeup products are vegan and cruelty-free and inspired by Chipotle ingredients like rice and guacamole. The eyeshadow palette also includes a coupon for free chips and salsa. The vegan eyes, chips, face bowl, it'll be available starting March 10th. All right, Leah, what do you, is this going to work? Is this going to work for you?
You know, I don't know a lot about makeup. I'm not a huge makeup person, but something tells me that green eyeshadow is not in. What do you think? You would know better than me.
No way.
You gonna wear some green eyeshadow on air?
I'm not. Chris Reese said he might have to try it though and do the weather.
Absolutely not. I'm gonna have to shut this all down
come
immediately.
on.
I
cannot
put Mexican street food on my face.
It's like wiping guacamole and
no, first
cream.
of all, I have an allergic reaction to guacamole anyway. But like,
oh, that's tragic.
I know, it really is because I loved guacamole so much as a kid.
You are not getting this makeup. You are right.
No,
pass.
I'm just like, and then you know, obviously in TV we all wear makeup anyway.
What?
You know,
no, come on, this is all
Don't
natural.
tell them our
right
secrets.
here.
We woke up like this.
I just wake up like this.
We wake up like that, but it's just one of those things where it's like, all right. So on a hot, sweaty afternoon, it already feels like there's a little bit of cake on my face, right? The last thing I want is to feel like Chipotle is weighing my face down on a warm summer afternoon. I can't do it.
Yeah, hard pass for all of us, I think.
So
we'll stick with the au natural.
Yes. The natural look, the glow.
All right, good stuff. We got a little bit of time left for your first one forecast. Why don't you give it to us, Chris?
Absolutely. Bus stop forecast. If you're headed out the door, if you are soon anyway, make sure you grab a jacket. It's still chilly. Temperatures are in the teens right now. By the time you actually go to the bus stop, I expect temperatures to be into the 20s as that bus drops you off at home later on. Temperatures are going to be right around 40, but check it out. Oh my gosh. Is that not beautiful? Right there. Once again, we're at 17. We're going to warm up to 40 this afternoon.
Stick with us, folks. Half-hour news 3 on this morning coming up right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, by ordering in response to this advertisement, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick Pen with your order. The Quick Stick Pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick Pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
SSM Health is staying busy. They'll vaccinate more teachers today, but it's not just limited to Dane County. We'll tell you who else they're helping out.
And a marathon Senate session set to continue this morning. What one senator has to do with the delay and how soon the stimulus package could be passed, and you could see those stimulus checks.
We are waking up in the teens this morning, but our first shot at 60 degrees may not be all that far away. We're breaking it down in the First Warn forecast.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Happy Friday, everybody. Beautiful weekend in store. Now, I'm trying to come up with what we can do outside this weekend, and Leah's telling me we should go kayaking. No, I'm kidding.
It's a decent idea. It's
not
warm
quite
enough.
I mean, it's a little ambitious. Not quite warm enough to go kayaking just yet. It won't be too long, though.
Come on.
Given some of these warmer
Suit
temperatures.
Up. I'm pretty sure Monona Bay has fully melted, so you could check that out. Just take a little quick dip.
I don't know. Not quite yet.
You guys are not committed enough.
We're getting we're not as extreme as you are, Leah.
Let's go, people. I will say, take in the sunshine, the nice temperatures this weekend, because Mr. Reese talking about a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow still ahead in the extended forecast.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll have that for you in just a moment.
But first, we do have an update, new overnight, about the homicide investigation happening in Sun Prairie. Police say 33-year-old Anthony Young is facing charges in last week's shooting death. Officers had been searching for him to talk about the investigation. They hadn't specified, though, if he was a suspect or a person of interest until this overnight update. Back on February 23rd, someone had dropped off 29-year-old Shanton Robinson at a Madison clinic with a gunshot wound to the chest. He died later that day.
In Washington this morning, within the last few hours, the Senate called it quits for the night. They spent 11 hours listening to a clerk read the entire 628-page COVID relief bill. The delay because of a request from Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson. He says he feels bad for the clerks, but wanted senators to have a chance to learn what's in the package and create amendments. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had criticized Johnson's decision as a tactic to delay voting. Here's another look at some of the things included in that package. It would provide up to $1,400 stimulus checks to most people making less than $80,000 a year and couples making less than $160,000. It would also give money to local governments for rental assistance, increase food stamp benefits, and provide more small loans for businesses. Democrats hope for Senate approval before next week. It would then go back to the House with endorsements before going to President Biden for his signature.
SSM Health will continue to vaccinate local teachers and school staff. Today, they're going to be in Sun Prairie. The plan is to vaccinate about 1,200 Sun Prairie district staff in just a single day. Earlier this week, SSM helped vaccinate Wanakee school employees. Both districts have on-site employee clinics and long-standing partnerships with the hospital. They're also putting some of their supply toward vaccinating Madison school staff. MMSD announced that partnership yesterday. They'll hold a vaccination clinic at La Follette High School 1 week from today. And SSM, not stopping there, starting next week. The group says it's setting up a vaccination clinic for teachers in Sauk County. Teachers and staff in the Baraboo, Wisconsin Dells, and Lodi school districts will all get their shots. The clinic will be set up at Baraboo High School. We have more details over on our Channel 3000 app.
Johnson & Johnson's first doses are expected to arrive in Madison next week. Public Health Madison and Dane County says it's prioritizing those doses for MMSD staff. At first, the health department said it would have to delay the shots for 2 weeks because it didn't have enough supply. But yesterday, the group learned it would get at least 7,900 doses. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is only one dose, which means those doses provide full protection, not partial. The vaccinations will start next week at the Alliant Energy Center.
New this morning, coronavirus cases in Wisconsin nursing homes are dropping drastically. The weekly rate of cases has plummeted since vaccines became available. It's down by 97% from late December through the end of February. The Journal Sentinel reports only 8 residents tested positive for COVID from February 15th to the 21st. Nursing home deaths are also declining. In the latest week, data shows 11 residents died of COVID-19. That's down from a peak of 169 people in November.
The 2 finalists running for state superintendent of public schools are sharing more about what their goals would be if they're elected. During a public forum, the 2 were asked about disability issues in the state's school system, including retaining skilled, qualified special educators, particularly those of color.
Our kids need teachers who look like them, You know, my first step would actually be to appoint a full-time equity officer at the cabinet level who would oversee needs such as this.
I do believe it's very important that we understand what are the barriers, and I would also like to create an office of diversity and inclusion that would only that not only would allow teacher recruitment to be an important part of that, but giving our Black and Brown, our BIPOC communities a voice and a seat at the table.
And right there, News 3 Now's own Charlotte DeLesta had the opportunity to moderate the event. The two candidates will face off in the general election on April 6th. Well, it's been feeling a lot more like spring in Wisconsin, which means the winter sports season is coming to an end. The DNR is asking ice anglers to pull their shanties off the ice by this Sunday. The DNR says you shouldn't wait until the deadline since the warmer weather could complicate the removal process. You can still use portable ice fishing shelters if you feel the ice is safe past Sunday, as long as you remove them when you're finished for the day.
All right, check this out. J.J. Watt taking advantage of the cold while he can. He posted these pictures on his Instagram yesterday. He captioned them post-workout recovery, more like second workout after the chainsaw wouldn't work. His brothers TJ and Derek also took a dip.
See how miserable he looks there? You can tell he's just regretting the decision not to come to Green Bay.
This man is going to forget what ice looks like.
Yeah, it's like his punishment. He's like, man, I really screwed this up. I should have gone to the Packers.
Mr. Stanford is bitter.
So bitter. Still, I'm not over it. I'm not over it yet.
All right,
whatever,
Chris
I wish
Reese.
him well.
Maybe we should all be taking some ice baths because we're not going to get them for very much longer.
No, we are not. That ice getting ready to melt. It melts in a big way, especially as we head towards next week. But I want to show you guys this one. These were our high temperatures as we went into yesterday afternoon. We only made it to 34 degrees here in Madison. Juneau only made it 1 degree above that freezing point. There was warmth, though. Check out what happened closer towards the Mississippi River. That is where temperatures made it to the upper 40s. Now, this morning we're colder than we were yesterday morning, but my expectation is that our afternoon is going to be a lot warmer than 34 before all is said and done. It's an outdoors kind of weekend, folks, before we begin to turn active headed into next week, and we may not be all that far away from hitting our first 60-degree temperature either. Yeah, there's a lot in this forecast. The Wisconsin Variety Pack, that's for sure. High pressure remains in control. That's what's keeping the sunshine around. The cold front that kept us cooler yesterday, now that's way to the south, but we have that stationary front back towards the west. Waves of low pressure are riding along that, but all of those waves of low pressure, they stay to our south. That's why we remain dry as we go through the weekend. That being said, check out temperatures and how they begin to play out going throughout the day. We're waking up in the teens and 20s, 24 in Monroe, 19 for Janesville. We are at 17 right here in Madison, but that sun continues to come up, and it is beautiful. We don't have a lot of wind out there, so the wind chill is not much of a big deal. Plan your day needing the sunglasses yet again. You've needed them all week long, so at this point, hopefully you have them on hand. 39 by lunchtime. We will top out right around 40 degrees. And then as we move into overnight tonight, we're back into the upper teens. We are back into the low 40s, though, as we move into your highs on Saturday. Even Sunday will be in the 40s, but by Sunday, it is the upper 40s. That leads us into next week when things begin to turn more active. I've been telling you all week long that next week has my attention for our first chance to see showers of thunderstorms. We'll see widespread rain Wednesday through Thursday. By Friday, yikes. That's a reminder that it is still that time of the year here in Wisconsin. But the temperatures leading up to that are going to feel fantastic. 55 on Monday, close to 60 by Tuesday, upper 50s for Wednesday as well before those 30s return to the forecast. First warn traffic, things are all smooth throughout Dane County. You are seeing more and more of those brake lights, especially headed inbound towards the Capitol on East Wash. And then again, as you get closer towards Sun Prairie by Easttown Mall there, you're seeing more and more of those brake lights. Most of that is just associated with traffic lights, but Dane County, Rock County, all looks good in the world of traffic this morning. No big issues.
All right, looking good, Chris. Thanks. 6:38 right now. The Pope breaking his year-long lockdown to visit Iraq today. You're taking a live look at one of his first meetings in Baghdad. Pope Francis landed within the last hour. It's the first ever papal visit to the country. He plans to urge the country's dwindling number of Christians to stay put and help rebuild the country after years of war and persecution. One of his visits will be to a church that in 2010 witnessed the worst massacre of Christians. In the U.S., the Conference of Catholic Bishops and at least 6 other dioceses are sharing their moral concerns over one of the COVID vaccines. The bishops are discouraging church members from getting the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine, but only when there are alternatives available. The vaccine uses lab-grown cells taken in the 80s from tissues of aborted fetuses. Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is highly effective, though, in protecting against COVID, and health experts urge everyone to get whatever shots are available to them. New this morning, the city of Minneapolis putting the final touches on its security measures ahead of the Derek Chauvin trial. He's the officer accused of killing George Floyd over the summer. The city has spent $645,000 on fencing around City Hall, the government center, and police precincts. The National Guard will also respond during the trial. Jury selection starts Monday.
Just a few weeks before March Madness is set to start, Creighton's men's basketball team is without a coach. The university suspended Greg McDermott yesterday after making racially insensitive comments in a speech last Saturday against Xavier. He compared the team to a plantation when talking to the players after their loss. In a tweet, McDermott says he made a mistake and he accepts and agrees with his suspension. The team's assistant coach will serve as interim head coach in the meantime. 6:40 now. A limited number of fans will be allowed to attend the 2021 Big Ten men's basketball tournament next week. It runs March 10th through the 14th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The conference says Marion County health officials recently approved allowing limited capacity at the stadium. 8,000 attendees will be allowed for the games. And trending this morning, some good news for us Brewers fans. The City of Milwaukee Health Commissioner has approved the team's plan to start the season with 25% capacity. The team is letting in just over 10,000 fans for the start of the season, including opening day. One of the downsides, though, tailgating has not yet been approved.
Odds are you're not the only one getting more robocalls than usual. New data from UMail, a robocall prevention service, says the calls are back up to pre-pandemic levels. More than 159 million robocalls were placed each day of February. It's the highest monthly robocall volume since February 2020. The drop during the pandemic is likely because international call centers have been shut down. Check this out. Netflix launching a new feature for people with the phone app. It's called Fast Laughs. It lays out a list of comedy clips from movies, shows, and stand-up specials. The content can be found under the Fast Laughs tab. Right now, the feature is only available for iPhones, but Netflix hopes to launch it for Android users soon.
March is Women's History Month, and Barbie is celebrating by adding this historical figure to its shelves. It's the company's new Eleanor Roosevelt doll. It's part of Barbie's Inspiring Women series. It also includes doll versions of women like Billie Jean King, Rosa Parks, and Maya Angelou. Mattel says it chose Roosevelt because she was a champion of policies around civil and economic rights. Glad to see they're taking part this month.
Me too. 6:42 now. We've got a beautiful weekend on tap. You'll want to enjoy it while it lasts, though. How much longer until some snow showers and even some thunderstorms pop up in the forecast?
No kayaking in our future. And we're going to give you an excuse to step away from your phone for the day. Sorry, boss. Lee and Chris said we didn't have to answer our calls today. We're going to tell you why after the break.
Get the ultimate appliance deals at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Ultimate Sale. Save big on doorbusters, special buys, and clearance items from the best brands while they last. And special no-interest financing on appliances store-wide at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? And who decides what's right? Is it right for an insurance adjuster to try to get you to settle for less than you deserve? Is it right to let victims struggle to pay their medical bills? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. It means doing what's right for you. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
My husband's parents were visiting, and I promised them a home-cooked meal, except my boss had a different idea. He tells me, hold your horses. I call my husband and I say, I'm slammed, and he's like, Quick Trip, and I'm like, bingo. At Quick Trip, I say, what's good tonight? And the Quick Trip guy is like, everything, but I go for the hand-breaded fried chicken, and I go, make that times 4. Being none the wiser, my mother-in-law is like, I always said she's a keeper. I'll run with that.
Quick Trip, we got you covered.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you.
These drafty old windows.
Oh. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Get the ultimate style for the ultimate deal at Ashley Home Store's Ultimate Sale. Save big on everything in the store, including doorbusters up to 50% off. Plus, take bonus discounts off our sale prices online and in-store. And no interest financing for 3 years. Ashley Home Store.
Tonight on CBS, the action begins at 7. Murdoch is back on the amazing MacGyver. An Army Ranger goes missing after returning from deployment. On Magnum PI at 8. At 9, Erin tries not to feel overpowered as her new boss shadows her at work. And the serial killer who previously held Danny and Baez hostage resurfaces on Blue Bloods. Then on News 3 Now at 10, the latest news and weather you need before you go to sleep tonight.
Welcome back. Quarter to 7. Between working from home, virtual learning, doom scrolling, many of us have been spending more time than ever in front of our screens this past year. But today is your chance to take a step away. On this National Day of Unplugging, the challenge is to stay as unplugged as possible. Maybe you just do it for an hour. Maybe you pull off the full 24 hours. Over the past few weeks, some people even signed up for cell phone sleeping bags to hide their devices. The campaign suggests maybe getting outside or reading a book as alternatives.
I love this. I love this so much. We need to be more deliberate about this because everybody's just on their devices all day long, especially those kiddos. We need, there's so much going on in the world, and there's so much to see and so much to do, and we're just staring at our phones all day.
My poor fiance, he gives me so much flack. I am constantly on my phone, and I'm always using the excuse, it's for work, it's the email, it's the Twitter, it's the Instagram. I get tons of notifications from different news outlets, and Zach is just so fed up with it. He's ready to throw my phone out the window, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's just so hard, especially in our industry, to unplug and to not stay connected. I know, Chris Reese, this is something that you struggle with too. I mean, you want to keep up with the weather, you want to keep up with the patterns and what's coming down the pike, and that's got to be tough for you too.
You know, I laughed because it was the other day, my mom, she was driving from Houston to Louisville, and she called and she said, I need to know what's the weather going to be in Louisville. And I said, I don't know. I was like, and she was like, what? And I said, look, I'm off of work right now. I don't know. I don't know what the forecast is for Louisville. And she was like, unbelievable. My own son doesn't. Because the thing is, that's always been me. Growing up, I was always on my phone. I knew the weather across the whole country. Someone could call me at any moment and say, what's the weather going to be here? And I knew the answer. But lately, this has been something that, oddly enough, my youth group kids have challenged me in, and that's not looking at the weather as much.
Good boy.
Just being in the moment. So,
love that.
I know. So that's been the big factor. And this weekend is another one that we get to unplug, at least from the weather. That's because I'm not tracking a storm system for your weekend. Instead, we are looking at more sunshine for about the third weekend in a row here. Temperatures will be right around 40 for your Saturday and 47 on Sunday. Another outdoor opportunity is to clear out the storm drains, make sure there's not a lot around them, because we are watching heavy rain potential as we move into the week ahead. Just not this weekend. We're a little bit cooler out there this morning. Temperatures are at 17 degrees for us in Madison. Really, teens show up for a lot of folks, but some of us are into the 20s. We're all dry as well, but folks, here's what to expect as you look ahead. Temperatures warm up to 40 degrees.
All right, not bad at all. Stick around, folks. Morning Sprint is coming up after the break.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback Event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cash back on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum. Because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-686-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-686-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-686-4499.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
It all starts with an invitation to experience Lexus, to have the utmost confidence, to know you're connected to everything. What starts with an invitation becomes an experience. The invitation is always open, but the offers only last through March 31st. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
Find out what local government is doing to help restaurants survive Monday at 10.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
COVID testing at the Alliant Energy Center is moving, but it's not going far. It's going to move from the Pavilion to the Coliseum next week. Public Health only conducted 4,500 tests all last week. On February 18th alone, that number was more than 9,500. Nearly 400,000 tests have been administered since May.
The CDC says now isn't the time for states to lift mask requirements. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky says it's up to state leaders to continue to urge people to wear masks for the foreseeable future. She made the comments on the podcast Skim This. She says everyone should also continue to avoid travel outside of the country. Texas and Mississippi's governors this week moved to ditch their mask mandates.
The CDC's guidelines for people who have been vaccinated against COVID being delayed this morning. Health officials have been talking about it for weeks, and it was expected yesterday. A Biden administration official says there's nothing suspicious about the delay. It's not clear, though, when the much-awaited guidance will become public.
Governor Cuomo said that he has never propositioned anybody. Do you believe that he was propositioning you?
Yes.
For what?
Sex.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's former executive assistant there, Charlotte Bennett, talking about her allegations for the first time with CBS News' Norah O'Donnell. She says that the governor asked her intimate and inappropriate questions about her personal life, all she says in an attempt to sleep with her. Cuomo is now facing allegations from 3 women who say he sexually harassed them. Cuomo has apologized, but Bennett says that apology doesn't go far enough.
New reports from the New York Times and Wall Street Journal show top aides to Governor Cuomo obscured the true number of people killed in New York's nursing homes. The aides pushed state health officials to edit the July report, so only residents who died inside the facilities and not those who had been transferred to hospitals were counted. State officials insist the edits were made because of concerns about accuracy, not to protect Cuomo's reputation.
The federal debt on track to be twice the size of the entire U.S. economy in 30 years. That's findings from a nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office report. The CBO projected this year's federal debt would be 102% of the U.S. gross domestic product.
About to take a live look at the U.S. Capitol this morning, where senators are reconvening in just an hour after wrapping up an overnight session spent listening to the entire 628-page COVID relief bill. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson had requested that read. He says he wanted everyone to learn what's in the package and have the chance to create amendments. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer called it a tactic to delay voting.
Police at the U.S. Capitol want the Pentagon to keep up to 2,000 National Guard soldiers there for another 2 months. That's about half the amount that are currently there. Security's been on high alert since the January 6th riot. That mission set to end, though, a week from today. Troops were on high alert yesterday, too, for another potential domestic terrorist threat, which, of course, did not happen.
Former Acting Homeland Security Secretary Chad Wolf says U.S. Capitol Police initially rejected help from the department during the Capitol insurrection. Wolf says he offered to send backup, but Capitol Police denied that initial offer. The agency eventually dispatched 100 Secret Service personnel to the Capitol to help contain the riot.
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent.
Oprah Winfrey's interview with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be the first one the couple has given since they stopped their royal duties. In a preview, Meghan accused Britain's royal family of actively encouraging lies about her. You can watch that right here on CBS this Sunday starting at 7.
Abundant sunshine out there today. We're going to keep that sunshine around all weekend long. Just absolutely beautiful. Temperatures are starting to warm up. We are now at 19 degrees in Madison, 18 for our friends in Janesville. Lone Rock comes in at 19 as well, but we're 27 over towards Mineral Point. Plan your day, keeping those sunglasses around. We'll see the sunshine and temperatures warming up to about 40. Still, we're looking at a high probability of above normal temperatures as we go into the days ahead, but we're also tracking more and more of those chances to see the showers and thunderstorms as well. In fact, they begin to really increase Tuesday night through Wednesday and Thursday. That may end to snowflakes by the time all is said and done on Friday. Check out Monday and Tuesday, though. Upper 50s showing up. We're going to be real close to that 60-degree mark.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great weekend. Make sure to join us Monday morning.